PhotoSpotLand, discovering great places, where and how to shoot great photos.
Hello, I'm Mario Buccolo, PhotoSpotLand CEO and founder. This is Lucy, and we start to show what tourists that we met in Dover think about the opportunity to shoot great photos in great place.
Yeah. Well, we've traveled pretty much all over the world, and everywhere we go, we're looking for that, that one great picture that we can post online or that we can, put up on our wall. And it's often really hard to get the pictures that we see online. And we've done a lot of hiking around, a lot of searching to try and find the right spot. So it's a big deal to us.
So those guys are walking up and down looking for the right place to get the photos they wanted.
Yes, and it's cold and windy.
They were really serious about getting the shot they wanted and taking it home.
But now we'll see the opinion of a professional photographer that we catch there around.
So you mentioned that you're a professional photographer and that you travel a lot. Is that with your work?
Yeah.
So how do you decide where to go to find the best views and the best photo spots?
Well, unless the client is asking, then we sort of just travel around having a look. Today in London, considering I'm from East London, I like to Google everything. But we've just literally been walking along the South Bank on the Thames, which is really nice. But I wanted to get long exposure shots, and by the time the water comes in and it's night time, I'll be dead.
Oh, you'll be dead.
Yeah.
So a shortcut.
Crap picture.
A shortcut might have been handy. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I kind of like, I googled the tide times, but you got to do it at a certain time of year, really. So like when it gets darker earlier. But I've had some great shots here, like going across here, looking at the bridge. I've been down here looking up. It's kind of like trying to get the spots where everyone don't go. So if everyone's on normal traffic, you kind of want to stay away from there. You want to go a little bit. You want to find a spot, don't you? You really want to find something sexy, and then hopefully you don't get like sort of killed by the Thames. And if you don't, cracking picture.
So he also used a lot of time to find what he needed, using Google and maps and walking around all morning, he said.
Yes, and before PhotoSpotLand, it became crazy to find how to shoot sexy and creating photos. But with PhotoSpotLand now it's very easy to shoot great photos and find a great place. And we got, as you see, a lot of photos from Discover London as a Londoners campaign.
Oh, that was good fun, Mario. You remember that Andrew Cook, the CEO of Visit London, said that the photo map that resulted was a great asset for the City of London.
Yes, but for every tourist board, find a platform like us that can provide on crowdsourcing information, the visual experience to discover a city is fantastic, but it's also important for anyone working again with the visual experience, like the curator of the British Museum. He curated the exhibition about Sicily.
Some of the most beautiful landscape photography we could find of characteristic spots on Sicily, to give people that feeling not just of being on Sicily but also wanting to go to Sicily to discover it more.
Yeah, there's always been a close link between travel and pictures and images. The early explorers used to take painters along to paint the destinations that they discovered. Things have moved on a bit now that we've all got smartphones and access to cameras. How important are travel photos in social media?
There's been an explosion of travel imagery through social media, and particularly its use for millennials is becoming more and more important as they turn away from brands and to their primary influencers, and that may be friends and family, but it may also be bloggers and others that they trust.
What are the current trends you see for travel advice?
Yeah, well, that's a rather nice thing. It's become kind of secular because on the one hand, travellers are taking their cues and doing their research based on photographs that their influencers have taken, and then they're going out and travelling and coming back and posting more and more images and in turn influencing others. So yes, good travel photographs are increasingly important.
What Alastair is telling us is that travellers today want an authentic experience. They don't want to feel like tourists anymore. They want to get right in there and enjoy the destination as locals do. That's really been the power of TripAdvisor, but TripAdvisor is very low on images, and PhotoSpot.
Yes, but the problem is that we are more about spots, not face or other. We really drive people to explore great destination on the visual point of view, and we are far away from sharing photos or things like this. We want that people discover a destination and explore it and find how to create the wow effect in the photos to shoot and take at home the right memories of the things. You remember people looking for memories and great place to shoot around.
And from the tourist board point of view, of course, it's community-based content is very immediate and in its appeal and very real and credible.
Yes, also consider that the main work of a tourist board is to convince people to visit their destination. So in our platform on PhotoSpotLand, people can find a fantastic place with a lot of technical and practical information. So we can really provide a great service to all the players in the tourist industry, mainly on tourist board.
Yes.
Now on partner side, the opinion of Alberto Spinelli, Digital Service Director of Canon Europe.
For Canon, it's very important to be able to help people discovering more and more about photography. So for us, it's really key to be able to suggest them new places, new situations where we could be inspiring them to take new photos and better photos.
Okay, Lucy, it's in our honor the Tower Bridge is open, and I think
it's going to rain.
Yes, it's the way
again.
to close because it's raining, and in our app we indicate that. We also have the fantastic orchestra to finish the video. It's what occasion? It's not planning, but it's a good occasion. So now is your moment. Please consider our business and invest in PhotoSpotLand using this platform, and we wait you on board. You can bye. Ciao from London. Ciao.
PhotoSpotLand is the perfect location guide for your travel photography on the web and on your mobile device.